Yardworks Go Edmonton on Shaw TV is brought to you by Yardworks, www.yardworks.ca.
Well, can you believe it? After all these years, I'm living the dream. I'm gonna take a ski lesson down here at Snow Valley. Look at that. And I'm gonna ski my very first run ever. Oh, it's exciting. I'm kind of scared, but excited. I got my brain bucket. Mike, are you confident? Am I gonna do okay? I'll take a lesson. Mike? Okay, he's confident, I can tell you that. Woo! Oh, you gotta see it though. End of the show, I'm gonna make that run. And I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna ski. You'll see how good I'm gonna be, all right? We got a lot of great stuff coming up here on Go Edmonton, so don't go anywhere. You stay with us and you watch me ski at the end of the show, all right? My very first time. We'll be back with more Go Edmonton. Go, Brad, go!
Today is the day, jump day for these soldiers participating in the 3 PPCLI basic parachuting course, where they will put their past 2 weeks of extensive training into action, making their first practice jumps.
Using the buddy system, get dressed for a rigger's check. Number ones, pick up the parachute behind the side pack tray, pass it to the number twos.
The training they go through in the first 2 weeks is pretty extensive, and every eventuality that you could face in the air, you go through and there's a drill for it, and they practice and it gets hammered into them so that should something happen when you're up in the plane, everyone's a little bit scared when you go up there, and then you get out, and then if anything happens, by this point it's all instinct. So everything that they've learned in the last 2 weeks comes to play here when you're doing it for real.
Even with all those preparations, we still saw the nervous faces here for the first morning before the first jump.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I'm nervous every time I jump too, and it's normal because you're jumping out of a plane, 120 knots, and sometime the 5th jump they'll be jumping out in the middle of the night with 150 pounds worth of kit strapped to their body, so it's pretty nerve-wracking.
Good to go, jump up, jump.
In the process leading up to the jump, there are numerous safety checks and procedures to ensure the safety of everyone involved.
We do a lot of checks because safety first, obviously. And you noticed up in the plane they did probably like 5 or 6 different checks. And as we dress each other, it gives us familiarity of the parachute, every part of it, so we know what to do in the air and any safety precautions that need to be done.
Then it's up into the plane where the internal thought process begins just before the soldiers make their jump.
Just waiting to get out and do my 4,000 count and make sure my parachute's open, and then after that, just getting ready to land, because that's once you get on the ground and you landed, then it calms down because you're happy, everything's fine, you're not hurt. But yeah, it's pretty nerve-wracking out there.
Yeah, there's a little bit of nerves there at the beginning, but like you said, it was just you want to get out of that door as fast as possible, pretty much, and see what it's like.
We saw you on the way up talking to yourself a little bit. We saw the lips moving a little bit. What were you saying to yourself on the way up?
Just a little prayer, I guess, Lord's Prayer there. A little cheesy, I guess, but hopefully if he has me up there, then everything will be okay.
After taking the leap of faith in the plane, everything from there goes on autopilot.
Before I got out of the plane, I'm going to die. This is horrible. What am I thinking? And then as soon as I got out of the plane, everything's in sync of all your drills, and it was the best landing I could have had. It was all worthwhile. It sucked the first 2 weeks, but coming in here and getting out the back of that plane, words can't describe, and I wouldn't be able to do it without the excellent instruction of my instructors, and I got to thank my parents and Justin Bieber. As soon as you hit the ground, it's autopilot. You're pulling your slips to avoid obstacles on the ground. There's some power lines in the road I went over, and then as soon as you hit the ground, all the drills are taught to you. You pack up your chute, everything, and then you just start trekking back as fast as you can.
For all of these men, this basic course is now a stepping stone for their futures and opens up numerous doors within the armed forces.
It's a stepping stone, as the OC Bravo Company said before it jumps. It's a stepping stone to more advanced courses that he needs. So it's exciting.
After
Absolutely.
doing this first one, you're certainly interested in doing it again?
Oh yeah, might as well. Did all this training, got to use it.
It's a very prestigious course. A lot of people fight for it. I myself did, and it opens up so many doors in the future for your career. It makes you such a ubiquitous soldier. There's so many things that you can do with the course. So it's something that I wanted, and it's just really important to me in my career.
For now, these soldiers will return to their regular jobs, but if ever needed, they will now be ready to step into the paratrooper ranks. Jordan Greenlee, Go Edmonton.
Well, you know, December means ski, and I'm out here. Yep, got the brain bucket on. I'm going to be skiing a little bit later in the show. My very first time, but you know, everybody knows AMA, Alberta Motor Association. But in December, it means amazing, awesome, and what does the M stand for?
Toys.
How did that happen? Joining me now, Randy Loic, and look at over here. It's Ho Ho Ho, Santa's here, and we're talking about a very special program AMA is involved in called Fill the Fleet, Fill Their Hearts. What's it all about?
Starting 2 weeks ago, all of our staff throughout the province and our members have been collecting toys and food for charities in the local area. So what we're asking for is people to drop off any unwrapped toy or non-perishable food item to any AMA office in the province. And we're collecting all this, and on Friday we're going to get it all together and make some drops at all the local charities.
Fantastic. Now you mentioned food and you mentioned toys. So let's talk quickly about the toys. And when we say toys, of course, we don't want them wrapped. When we want stuff for kids up to what age?
Any age up to, say, 13, 14 years of age. All the charities will wrap these toys and make sure that they get out to the proper kids. Make sure all the kids have a present on Christmas Day.
Fantastic. Now you said you can drop those off at any AMA branch here in Edmonton?
That's correct.
Fantastic. Now we got Santa over here. Santa, I was thinking also, a lot of people forget about batteries, and it never hurts to donate some batteries, because I know Santa up in the workshop, you guys don't include batteries up there.
That's correct.
All right. And can you give us a ho, 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 Santa?
Ho, ho, ho.
All right, there he is. And also the food bank, of course, this time of the year, it's more needy. I mean, it's getting cold. It is winter time. The food bank always needs donations. And that's something that people say, well, I know the food bank, they got lots of food, don't they? But it's ongoing, and this is a great time to maybe bring some extra.
That's correct. And up until December 15th, anybody that purchases a gift membership, we will make all those donations proceeds back to the local charity.
So you'll match the funds, sort of, if somebody buys an AMA card, then the AMA will actually match those funds, donate them to one of the two charities.
That's correct.
Now you've got a bit of a Congo line or something going. I'm not sure what it is. Explain that to us. What date, what time, what's that all about?
Well, we hope on Friday, on Friday, we will have a number of our fleet trucks loading up all these goods and taking them down to all the local charities throughout the province. So, especially here in Edmonton, starting at 11 o'clock at the admin building on Calgary Trail, we'll be loading up all these deck trucks, and hopefully we're going to fill them all up.
And there'll be some refreshments too. Well, there you go. Good luck, AMA. Amazing toys, food. We got to get something with them in there.
Some money.
And awesome. And some money. And just before we go, what do you think of my chances of survival? I'm going skiing for the first time down here at Snow Valley. I'm getting psyched. I'm getting pumped. What do you think, Randy? Am I going to make it?
Don't hurt yourself.
What about you, Santa?
Wear some padding.
Thanks a lot. We'll be back with more right here on Go Edmonton. After the break, Tim Dancy gives us an update on the Spruce Grove Saints.